session. This is your reading for Wednesday, April 17th. If you would like to see the spread, go to LVX Media Net on Instagram. Today, I'm using Angel Tarot. All right. The theme card today is the Hermit. The keywords here being self-reflection, introspection, and contemplation. The tool card is the Two of Pentacles, balancing resources, resourcefulness, and adaptation. The obstacle card is the inverted Seven of Pentacles, procrastination or unfinished work. Our advice card today is the Five of Pentacles, the message being build strong bonds with like-minded people. The sixth instinct is intuition, which is to understand new information without instruction. The moon phase, wax and gibbous, as it will be for the rest of the week. Continue marching towards your goal. All right, let's put this all together. The theme is really simple in its first step, but the follow-on steps are a little bit more complicated, right? So the theme is a call for a bit of solitude, alone time to reflect on your life and think on the ways it's going well and what can be improved. So like I said, the follow-on steps not quite so simple. The idea, think on the different aspects of your life, whether it's finances, romance, your job, whatever the fuck it is. Try to keep in as much of an objective eye as you can. So the tool that we're presented for this undertaking it's an interesting one because it can be interpreted a few ways. So first, the foundational piece of info that we need is that the card is about balance. That's the biggest takeaway here. The artwork shows two coins being balanced in such a way that any slight change in the circumstance is going to make them fall. A gust of wind, I don't know, whatever the case is. So as far as the interpretations, the first part of the balancing act, I think, is retreating, pulling away for introspection, and then too much alone time. That's when we get into the inverted hermit, right? So that's the balancing act. The question being, how much of this alone time, how much of this introspection is too much? The second interpretation is, I think, that we take the introspection in stride with hanging out with other people still. That is what the advice card calls for, right? And the third interpretation that I'm thinking on, it's related with the obstacle card, which today, it's one that relates to effort and personal investment and the negative returns that we're getting. That is to say, we either just aren't getting any, or we're not getting what we expected. It's not enough. So the balancing act here, the introspection that we need to undertake in this regard, is to see what we can do to improve the situation, or if we need to drop the project altogether. It's easy to lose objectivity when we're already investing so much of our time, so much of our money, other resources into something, and that's the sunk cost fallacy. So it's important to keep a cool head when you're trying to really measure what you're doing with these metrics being the determination of the outcome. So I'd like to make sure that dropping a project, sunk cost fallacy, and continuing to invest in it, it's not weakness or it's like quitting. I don't know, I guess you could argue that it's quitting, but walking away from a bottomless pit that's just consuming everything you have, I would rather quit throwing shit into the bottomless hole rather than continuing to be stubborn and just stupidly committed to doing something that I know is not going to yield the results that I need or want. And just for being too proud. That's ridiculous. So the advice card, I think, offers a good strand of advice, which is a perfect complement to the obstacle card. And that would be to bring in outside perspectives of people who are familiar with the field that you're undertaking, that your endeavor is in. Have them help, not be, but help with the determination of the balancing act. If this is a project that needs to be let go, maybe how can we tweak it to make it better, whatever the case is. there's another balancing act in play with this, the outsider information or outsider aspect, and that would be balancing the consideration of their opinions versus your own. If it's whatever it is, the way I've always heard, like, it's your baby, right? You're the one who's been putting as much time and effort into it, and these people might be knowledgeable in the field just as a whole. They don't know the product that you're working on like you do. So I don't know, that's the balancing act, right? Do you want to take their word for it just because, or yeah, that's the balancing act that you need to work on there. The sixth instinct today is intuition, like I said. This one, it was a little difficult to work in, but I think it would be a good thing to keep in mind as you meet with other people, learning to understand their perspectives without them really having to explain it, learning where they're coming from when they're trying to, if they're helping you, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not as helpful. They're being a little bit more nefarious. Who knows? All right, the moon phase. This is one for continued progress. So time to pull up Netflix and chill at home, right? I suppose. The stone today is it's a tumbled green aventurine. This one's it's good for balancing emotions, guiding positive change, and self-love. So nice. All right. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever the fuck you want about the reading, 833 Lux Pods. Call or text, anonymous either way. If you want your audio cut in, call and leave a message there. LVX Media Net, that's the social media handle everywhere. If you can't find it, we're not on it. The website, if you want a personal reading, go to lvxmedia.net/spooky. Go down a little bit, and there's a form you can fill out, and yeah, pick the deck art that you like. Give me as much info as you can, and yeah, that goes directly to me. Same with the phone number. If you want to contact me that way, that goes directly to me. Man, I'm gonna have to keep mentioning this. If you want me to do a personalized reading, keep the shady stuff to yourself, please. Yeah, if you're gonna try to contact me via DMs, like on social media, please remember those are not private. Okay, they're not private. If you DM me, there are gonna be other people seeing it, some of whom are not related to the Ooky Spooky Show, because as you may or may not know, there are several on Lux Media. Yeah, so if somebody wanted ask for a reading, and so I did it, and came to find out that they were asking about something that was bordering on the edge of illegal. It's definitely unethical, but we're starting to venture towards illegality. Not quite though. So please keep that shit to yourself. Yeah. Fill out the form. Like I said, that is private. So there you go. If you want to see how I put all the readings together, I do have Patreon, LVX Media Net on Patreon, just like it is. We are everywhere else. On the Ooky Spooky tier, I publish a video at the end of every week, and that shows how I do all of it. How do I do all the readings? How do I get all the cards? How do I shuffle the cards? How do I pick the stones for the day? All that stuff. It's you can see the entire process there. I publish it at the end of the week, and it has everything. All right, so I think that's it. I will see you tomorrow. Oh shit! Lily's publishing her stuff directly to Instagram. It's not in the stories. That's on the posts. My stuff is in the stories. So if you want to check out the Oracle reading of the day, you can go check that out. LVX Media Net. All right, that's gonna do it. I will see you tomorrow. Same ooky time, same spooky place.